Hey there YouTube, California Prepper. Well, this is a viewer requested video. It's actually something that I've been meaning to do for a while now, but I had a sub ask to show my entire folding collection all at once. And I'd been meaning to do this video, but I kind of wanted to wait until I got all my orders in that I had been waiting on. And they finally got here. I got my last one yesterday. So without further ado, let's get into my folding collection. Now there might have to be a part 1 and part 2 of this video due to the simple fact my camera blows. It only records 10 minutes at a time, even though it's a $200 camera. But anywho, so if there is a part 1 and part 2, sorry guys, that's just how we have to do it. So here is my box. Of course I'm not just going to pull them out of here and talk to you about them like this. We'll pull them out individually and show you them. So let's move this bad boy. Let's jump right into it, shall we? Guess I'm going to stand for this one. Alright. First off, we have this is a Kershaw Compound, and this was a prize in the Dave Maddock 1 Onicus giveaway that I entered, and I think I won 3rd place. And man, 3rd place was an awesome prize. I actually won this knife along with this Bad Blood Fire Splitter, which is one hardcore knife. I'm actually happy that I hit 3rd place because I really wanted this knife. So to me it was 1st place. This was an awesome prize pack. It came with some paracord stuff and a strap as well, so man, I couldn't be happier. Big shout out to Dave Maddock 1 and Onicus. You guys are awesome. I still rock that bracelet, Onicus. Still have the keychains and everything. Really enjoy them as well. So here are 2 of my knives. This one here is a Kershaw Brawler. To tell you the truth, this is one of the ones I got out of the tack packs. And I don't know if it's because it's a Walmart special. I've heard that those tactical packs were made for Walmart, and I don't know about you guys, but anytime I buy anything from Walmart, I mean, I could go down the street to Dick's Sporting Goods and buy the same thing and put them side by side, and you can see that, you know, the quality just isn't the same. And the reason that is Walmart demands such a low price point from these companies. You know, they have to meet a certain price point if they want to stay on Walmart shelves, and that's what they'll do. You know, they'll say, hey, these knives are selling at $25. We'll give you 20 each, and that's all we're going to give you. And the companies have to find a way to cut corners, so to speak, to make up for the loss of money and still be able to, you know, make something off of being on Walmart shelves. And if they don't meet that price point, Walmart will take them off their shelves all across America and probably all around the world. Walmart's everywhere. So that's a lot of business that these companies will be losing if they don't, you know, meet that price point. So Walmart will just keep forcing these companies, you know, to meet a higher, you know, to meet the demand for a lower amount of money, and they have to find that common ground of where they can still have a quality product but still make money without Walmart, you know, raping them up the butt. So that's why I don't shop at Walmart, because everything there is just lower quality. So I'm definitely going to be comparing another Brawler to this Brawler just to see what's going on, because this is the worst Kershaw I've ever had, guys. I mean, to tell you the truth, this thing is dull. I mean, I couldn't cut myself on this if I wanted to. This thing couldn't cut butter if it was red hot. It is dull. It just feels small. It feels cheap. It feels like a Walmart knife. So I'm definitely going to be buying another Brawler and seeing if it's the same quality or not. Next up, we have an HK Pikachu. This was actually an extra that Fred Hart from the Gear Obsession channel threw in for his giveaway. I won his contest, and that was awesome. And he threw this in as a little extra. These are actually made by Benchmade. Benchmade had the first Pika model, but they started putting it out under the Heckler and Koch, because they make HK and they also make the Harley Davidson line. But I think there was some issues with Harley Davidson, so most of their models are going to be moved to the HK line, or so I've heard. Next up is, this is a Kershaw Clash. Absolutely love this knife. I'm a big Kershaw fanboy. It's like my home company. I always go back to Kershaw, and their blades are awesome. This blade is amazing. If I had just a little bit more handle here, this would be my favorite knife. If they would make a bigger Clash, you know how they're coming out with the larger cryo, if they would come out with the big brother to this, man, I would be sold. Love that knife. Next one we have here is the KBar Zombie Mule. Now they have their own mule, which the only difference is the handle color. This being the light neon green, this is their zombie killer model, you know. But this is an awesome, awesome knife. Combo edge, razor sharp. It's KBar, so you know it's tough. It feels like a KBar when you hold it. The only thing I don't like about this knife is how big the handle is compared to how much blade you get. Just a really whomping handle. You would expect the blade, you know, to be a little bit bigger. But all around, it's a great knife. I won this from Brother Fringe Sniper. Won his contest, and I absolutely love this knife. I still carry this knife, actually, quite often. My son, when he gets older, that's going to be his knife. Every time he sees me open up my box, "Daddy, there's my great knife." Speaking of that, here is my daughter's knife. This is the knife that I actually carried before I knew anything about knives. I've always carried a knife for as long as I can remember. As long as, you know, my mom's allowed me to carry a knife, I've carried a knife. And this was what I carried before I got into quality knives. I just always carried, you know, the gas station special. But this was actually a step up from that. The guy wanted 40 bucks for it. I talked him down to 20. It has some good weight to it. It's a pretty heavy duty knife. Has a pretty nice blading. I've tightened it up quite a bit since I don't carry it anymore. As you can see, you can tell I bought this way back because it is a combo edge still. But it's a nice knife. I like it. It has the lock system. Kind of stole that from CRKT. So it can't be folded down as long as that's engaged. So, you know, if you're doing any cutting or stabbing, you just hold that forward and you're good to go. But it's a nice knife, and every time I open up my box, this one, my daughter asks, "Can I have that one when I get bigger?" This is my son, so it's kind of become a kind of sentimental thing to me. Next up is the Ontario Utilitag 2. This was actually bought from a fellow YouTuber, Killer Elite 71. I scored this for 20 bucks, and man, this is actually what made me buy my Rat one, because after holding this knife from Ontario and hearing all the great things about the Rat one, I just had to get one for myself. I absolutely love this knife. It's so smooth, so sharp, just great quality. I am a big Ontario knife fan now. Great knife here. Scored that for 20 bucks. Can you believe that? Shipped, everything. Next up, this is actually my first quality knife, or name brand knife, that I ever had. This was a gift from an old friend of mine. It's the Kershaw Needwork, or Needs Work. I know Kershaw has some funky names, but I absolutely love this blade. Very sweet knife. Great utility knife. Next up is the Gerber Freeman Guide folder. And this is probably going to be the last one I can show you because we're about to run out of time. So I will see you guys in the next one. California.